right, we're good.
Okay. PRESLEY PHILLIPS Presley Phillips.
Perfect. Okay. And you're a sophomore, right?
I'm a freshman.
Oh, freshman. Duh, sorry. Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Ask the Kennedy's questions.
Okay, right. So what do you think the portrayal of transgender is in the media?
Transgender people, using it as an adjective, which is the most common form. I would not say representation's great, although it's definitely going in a good direction. For example, Laverne Cox's character on Orange is the New Black, which I actually haven't seen, but I've heard such good things about it that it actually does give me a lot of hope. However, you also have, South Park's dip into it, which was well-intentioned but not necessarily well executed, because you had the whole problem of, so why don't trans people just go in the bathrooms of the gender they identify as, which is fine, except that it doesn't account for non-gender identifying people such as the agender community or non-binary people such as myself. And overall it just felt like a bunch of people trying to talk about something they really had no idea what they were talking about. So what you have is a bunch of people who think they're entitled to an opinion about something, and I agree that everyone's entitled to an informed opinion. The problem is we are not getting informed opinions from everybody, and we have, as a result, this haphazard idea of people who don't understand what the transgender community is, let alone what it means.
Awesome. Okay.
Great answer.
That was a great answer.
Sorry,
No, you're passionate about it. That's important.
Holy cow. Okay. Do you think? Okay, I guess she already said that. Okay.
they.
Sorry, this is my partner that's in your questions.
You're fine.
Do you think the portrayal of the transgender community is the same or different in the gay community?
Okay, yeah. Well, the gay community, and I'm actually asexual, biromantic. I can explain more about that if you want. I don't really care. But basically, I can't speak for the gay community, but I can speak for my experiences with it and as that applies to me and just my general observations. But just know that I'm not trying to speak for any particular group that I'm not a part of. With that said, I think that despite certain fringe groups or certain people's opinions on the gay community, it has become a lot more mainstream just in the last 20 years. This is not to say there are no more problems, because there are. However, we have the point where we can talk about it. We can acknowledge that gay people exist. It wasn't like that so long early ago as 20, 30 years ago. You didn't talk about it. There were words for it, but you didn't say what it was. Now it's a thing where whether you like it or not, we exist. And whether or not it's the same with the trans community, I think we're getting to that point. But have we completely gotten to the point where it's as mainstream? Not necessarily. You know, you have situations where you have cis, which means that identifies with the gender they were assigned at birth. You have cis men who are playing trans woman characters. That's a problem because trans women and just trans actors in general are not getting roles. So you have this issue here where people are okay with the trans community, same as with the gay community, as long as it fits in their box, which, you know, is unfortunate if you don't happen to fit in that criteria. So I don't think it's the same thing, but I think those are two paths which are kind of converging, if that makes sense.
Before you go on, so your preferred pronouns are they?
They.
Okay, just to clarify.
No problem.
Okay, any specific question you want me to ask you?
No, not for me. Is that all Mackenzie had?
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't you. Really great.
Thank
Yeah.
you.